Right, I'm going to show you how I make my game burgers, and I'm going to show you how to make venison and red wine burgers. So in my tray here I've got 4 kilos of trim, and looking at it, it's good enough still just to dice up, but this is just off the shoulders, the neck, and between the ribs, and this is off the fallow there. So some pretty hefty bits of meat in there. So it's going to make some absolutely fantastic burgers. So what I've got in here, I've already measured it out. I've got 400 grams of pinhead rusk, and then my 4 kilos. So it's a 100 gram mix to every kilo mix. And I'm going to weigh out the red wine to the same quantity as my rusk. Mince everything together, but we'll go through this. But one thing I don't add is fat, and I know people are going to be screaming this saying you need to add pork fat or it will dry out, and believe me, it doesn't. It's just having good quality ingredients, a good quality rusk, and if you don't have any pork fat in it, it's just understanding on how to cook the sausages and burgers correctly. And I've done this for a few years and I've not had a single one dry out. I've got a really good recipe I've figured out myself, but I'm going to give you a basic recipe on what I do. So let's get this wine weighed up and get everything working. So I'm going to add 400 grams of a good quality red wine. It doesn't matter if we go over a little bit. So that goes in to my rusk. We'll give this a mix up just to get everything binding, because what I do first when I make sausages and burgers, obviously with my sausages I'll have my sausage skins soaking overnight. I'll give them a good rinse out with cold water, leave them overnight in the fridge, and then about an hour before I come to stuff them, I will soak them again, but in warm water. It just makes them a little bit more pliable to work with. And the same as my burgers, I get my rusk working and soaking, mince up my meat, add the rusk to it, mince it again, and then press them out. Right, that looks good. So what I'm going to do now is just leave this to a side. I'm going to get all this lovely pile of meat minced up, and then we'll get these burgers sorted. Right, now I've minced up all the venison, I'm going to add in the rusk and the red wine. This has been sitting for about 10 minutes now. I just minced it up to let it sit for it longer, and it smells absolutely amazing. But when you're making burgers and sausages, you want everything as cold as possible. The meat, your liquid, and some people even put the head of the mincer in the freezer. But to be honest, if you're working in a cooler environment than your house and you got the cold ingredients, to be fair, you don't really need to. But it's all trial and error. So what I'm going to do is give this a good mix up, and then run it through the mincer again, and then that is the mix done. And that would be the same as sausages, but also doing burgers. So once I've run it through the mincer again, I'm just going to press it out into burgers, and these are going to be some absolutely banging venison burgers. But see, if I do other sort, depends what I'm making. I'll get my seasonings and my hog casings from a company called Western Powder. I sometimes use another company called Tongue Master, but I always use Western Powder. They're a brilliant company. You can find them online, and their products are quality. Delivery's fast, really helpful people. You can't go wrong. So, right, I'm going to give this a good mix, pass it through the mixer again, and then we'll get these burgers formed. Right, this is the mix. Now it's come through the mincer for a second time round. I'll say the smell is absolutely incredible on these. I can really smell that red wine. So what I'm going to do now is press all this out. So at the bottom of my burger press, got a wax disc. I don't know for this mix, good handful like that. Give it a push down. Get another wax disc on top. Get my burger press. A couple of good little pushes down. take off the bottom, and out comes a very nice venison burger. Look at that fat in there. Right, I'm going to get all of these pressed out and we'll see how many I get out once I've done it all. So yeah, I managed 40 of these venison burgers. They're absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is just get them trays up, let them marinate overnight, and I'm packaging them up tomorrow. But I hope it's been helpful for you, just give you an idea on how I make them. But I'm going to do some more in the future. See you soon.